Hello and welcome back to Newsroom Nigeria. This is where we give you hot, fresh, and sizzling news all day long. If this is your first time here, you have not subscribed to this channel, what are you doing? Please go ahead and subscribe. Also, give this video a massive thumbs up. That way, we're encouraged to put out more reliable and authentic news. And also, YouTube is able to recommend this video to all YouTube viewers all around the world. Lastly, please leave your opinions in the comment section below. The National Judicial Council (NJC) has slammed a one-year suspension without pay on three judicial officers, including Justice Eko Iyang of the Federal High Court, Abuja. Iyang Eko, alongside others, was sanctioned for serious breaches of judicial conduct. Justice Eko was allegedly found guilty of delivering a ruling in a criminal charge without hearing the parties involved, in violation of fundamental principles of fair hearing. The NJC also noted that it disregarded an application to set aside proceedings conducted in the absence of the parties and went ahead to dismiss the charge. For the infractions, Justice Eko has also been placed on a 5-year watch list and barred from promotion within the same period. The disciplinary action was ratified at the NJC's 108th meeting held on April 29 and 30, 2025, chaired by the Chief Justice of Nigeria, Honorable Justice Kudirat Kekere-Ekun. The Council also suspended Justice Jane E. Iyang of the Court of Appeal, Uyo Division, for 1 year without pay for issuing inappropriate expert orders during a time at the Federal High Court, which led to the sale of a litigant's petrol station and business at the interlocutory stage of the matter. Her case has drawn sharp reactions from legal commentators who questioned how she was elevated to the appellant's court despite her pending complaints. Justice Aminu Bafa Aliyu of the Federal High Court Zamfara Division was the third judge suspended for granting an order restraining security agencies from performing their statutory duties in violation of a doctrine of stare decisis. Reacting to the development, Professor Chidi Odinkalu, a former chairman of the National Human Rights Commission and professor at Harvard and the Fletcher School, criticized the NJC's handling of the cases as inadequate and emblematic of systemic rot. He described the suspension as mere slaps on the wrist that allow compromised judges to return to the bench with little deterrent effect. The only miracle in the case of Iyang Eko is how he has remained on the bench until now. He's been one of the more predictable judges in the Federal High Court. For the past year, he has been under caution by NJC Nigeria. Now he has been suspended for delivering judgment without hearing parties. In May 2024, NJC issued a caution to Iyang Eko of Federal High Court for abuse of judicial discretion and barred him from elevation for 2 years. Yesterday, they barred him from elevation for 5 years. How many times can one judge be barred from elevation before NJC does the right thing? Odinkalu queried in a series of tweets on Thursday. He also condemned the elevation of Justice Jane Iyang in the Court of Appeal in 2023, despite allegations of misconduct already trailing her. Odinkalu recalled Jane Iyang became Justice of Court of Appeal Nigeria in September 2023, less than 2 years ago. Yesterday, NJC suspended her for just 1 year for a egregious act of judicial corruption while she sat in Federal High Court. How can she still be a judge? This was part of the last-minute elevations masterminded by the baleful Olukayode Ariwola as he made his way out of office as the Chief Justice of Nigeria CJN in August 2024. He added, and I quote, "Many will see these dispositions by NJC Nigeria as progress. Maybe, but these dispositions are evidence of a deep malign that currently afflicts the Nigerian judiciary. If a person is as crooked as Jane Iyang or as Iyang Eko, how can that person be a judge to begin with? Second, if a judge can behave with such manifest impunity and disregard for the basic rules of judicial comportment as these two and still remain a judge, that's what suspension for 1 year means. What would it take for a judge to be relieved of their position, maybe commit murder? Third, how did Jane Eyang manage to make it to Court of Appeal Nigeria while the complaint about her conduct was still pending? NJC says it has suspended her for elevation for 5 years. You know what that means? She can still get to Supreme Court Nigeria. You see the mess we are in, which means she does not get elevation. And for the person who they said is not going to get paid for the period of the suspension, which means they are going to look for other ways to get money. That does not mean that they are not going to be performing their roles as, justices. They are still going to be performing their roles, just that they are not going to get elevated. Number two, is not going to get paid, which means, like I said, they're going to be looking for other ways to get money, like, collecting bribe, to overturn cases, which is what they are even being accused of in the first place. So where does this lead us? Is this going to help the situation in any way? Is this going to, serve as a deterrent to other judges? What do you all think? Let me know in the comment section. Moving on. In plain language, the NJC is now deeply conflicted in judicial corruption. It is handing out these irresponsible slaps on the wrist with utter disregard for their effect on judicial integrity or the damage that these entrench in the judiciary. This rot is deeply criminal. The conclusion is inescapable that NJC Nigeria, as currently constituted, is part of a problem, not part of a solution. What it has done in these cases is just not good enough. If it is not willing to root out judicial crookedness, then it should be rooted out. If you read this, just ask NJC one question. If a judge is suspended for 1 year without pay, what is the person doing coming back to be a judge? If anything, the person is more likely to come back more. Meanwhile, in another decision, the NJC directed Imo State Governor Obuzodinma to reverse the appointment of Justice Theophilus Nnamdi Ezekwu as acting Chief Judge of the state, citing a breach of Section 271, subsection 4 of the 1999 Constitution, as amended. The section mandates that the most senior judge of a federal high court should be appointed in an acting capacity when the position becomes vacant. Pardon me, not federal high court, high court. Justice Ezekwu, who had presented himself to be sworn in as acting chief judge, was ordered to show cause within 7 days why disciplinary action should not be taken against him. Similarly, the president of a customary court of appeal, Justice V.U. Okorie, who recommended the appointment in his capacity as interim chairman of the Imo Judicial Service Commission, was also asked to justify his action within the same time frame. During the meeting, the NJC considered 43 petitions, dismissed 29 for lack of merit, and empaneled 9 committees to investigate allegations against 27 judicial officers. It also issued a caution to Justice A.O. Awogboro of the Federal High Court, Lagos, and placed other petitions in abeyance pending appellant outcomes. The council further announced that it will henceforth publish the names of judicial candidates being considered for appointments to allow public scrutiny and impute. This, it said, would help ensure transparency and uphold merits-based selection in the judiciary. You all, let's have your thoughts and opinions in the comment section. Thank you very much for always listening and watching. Before we go, my people, let's take a look at some of the reactions we got online. Anthony says, the NJC allowed Nigerian judges to become evil gods. They should do more to encourage deterrence. Thank you very much for always listening and watching, guys. I'll see you all in my next video. Bye for now.